Greetings. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name is Kheperah Kearse,
And I am Tracy Queen. Hello.
and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Tracy, you're on the Peace Mobile
Yes,
today. I'm
yes,
excited.
yes. I'm loving the Peace Mobile. The
Yes,
energy of the Peace Mobile is just phenomenal. So let's
peaceful.
spend this time talking
Yeah.
together. Yes, yes, yes.
So, for those of you who don't know, I am the Director of Wellness and Therapeutic Services at Life Camp, and Tracy Queen is our credible clinician. And Life Camp has one of five Peace Mobiles in New York City that were provided by our mayor. And we're so excited that she's on the Peace Mobile. But let me rewind again. I was so excited to see her in a different setting because she caught me by surprise. But welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. Again, my name is Kheperah Kearse, the Director of Wellness and Therapeutic Services.
I am Tracy Queen, credible clinician.
And we are so excited to be here today. We want to acknowledge our Queensborough President, Sharon Lee, who's also in partnership with Life Camp and Wellness Wednesdays. And with her support, we are now expanding this information and access to all of this wellness content to the entire borough of Queens, New York, as well as New York City and parts of the country and the world, as so many people are tuned into our network. So thank you to Queensborough President Sharon Lee. She wasn't able to pop in and join us today, but we were so happy that she came and inaugurated our Wellness Wednesday. And we'll probably have her stop by next week because we're going to be talking about how to prepare for the 4th of July, how to put on those internal masks so we can prevent, a further spike in COVID, especially in Queens and New York City, after having pretty much flattened the curve and reduced our numbers, where Queens at one point was the epicenter of the New York City epicenter for coronavirus, you know? So next week we'll be talking about how to put on that internal mask, and we'll probably have a message from our borough president about how we can stay safe and protect ourselves during that time. Today's session, we want to talk about healing the heart. Um, you know, we've had the last few weeks have been just really, really hard on the heart. Wouldn't you agree,
Yes,
Tracy?
definitely. Very, very heavy. Very
Yes, yes. I mean, and almost like when I'm outside and I'm looking at people, the face, the emotions, the stress is even in the face. And so I thought it would be good if we got together and talked about really healing the heart, because most of us operate based on how we feel, not so much what we think. And so an example of that would be right now, Tracy, if I invited you to come with me to dinner, and the dinner featured, what's a food that you absolutely hate? Well, I know you don't eat pork, right? So let's just say I said, "Oh, Tracy, would you like to come with me to a barbecue, and there's just going to be nothing but pork, 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 pork everywhere." What would you say? You'd say no. That's not a good. That's not a good example. I'll give you something different.
okay.
I'm trying to make a better example. And this is also what I love about Wellness Wednesdays and this live platform. It's always good to be able to laugh at yourself. We bring our whole selves,
Gotta
and
improv.
yeah, you got to improv.
Sure.
But I wanted to make a point, and the point was that if I invited you out and there was like a guy that you didn't like, and you knew that he would be there, and I said, "Oh, Tracy, come, we're going to have so much fun. We're going to have all your favorite foods and everything." But if you felt like the experience of that person being there would take away from your joy, would you accept my invitation or decline?
I would probably respectfully decline.
Right. And you would decline because you're thinking about how you're going to feel all night, being up under someone who doesn't really like, who's kind of taking up all your energy, the feeling that you're going to have. The point I'm trying to make, and forgive me, audience, for not having the best example. But what I'm saying is that most of the time we respond based on how we think something is going to make us feel, not so much all the other trappings, unless we have to. And so if we think about what's been going on in the world, People have been moving based on how they feel. People have been expressing, people's facial expressions have shown what they're feeling. You know how they say you wear your emotions on your face?
Yes.
Um, and scientifically, that actually is real. Believe it or not, when emotions aren't expressed or released, they actually stay in the cells. They literally stay in the body. And that again contributes to stress related illnesses, like we talked about last week. It contributes to a lot of the pre-existing conditions that caused Black and Brown communities to be ravaged by coronavirus. And in the spirit of preventing another spike in coronavirus, in the spirit of knowing that everyone's outside, very few people are actually following the guidelines and protecting themselves. There's just so much going on. People are nervous about interacting. We thought we'd just kind of talk about the heart, because how we move is based on how we feel, and how we feel impacts just how we exist, you know. And there's a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. People have been mourning. So I thought maybe we could start with something different today. And you know, green is the color of wellness, and I have this beautiful crystal bowl. This is
Wow.
a quartz crystal. Isn't it
Love the quartz
beautiful?
crystal.
Yeah, you can't really appreciate, for those of you who don't know, but if you can look inside, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just gonna put the ring underneath it because that holds the sound.
Hmm.
But Trey, you're familiar with these crystal singing bowls. You want to tell folks a little
Yes,
bit about it?
I actually love the crystal singing bowls. They are just amazing. It reduces stress, anxiety, the tones. Each different bowl, they have different tones. Like they have different notes in
Yes.
music. Like the one you have is an F note. Yes,
Yes.
F note, and it correlates with your heart center. And some people call them heart chakras. It increases mental and emotional clarity. What else? They when you and we'll see because I'm assuming that you're gonna play, right?
Yes.
It just gives off different types of vibrations,
Yes.
um, different tones, and like I said, that particular one resonates with the heart center, and it's one of my favorite. So
Oh,
I'm excited that you have
I'm
that.
excited.
I mean,
Yeah.
even for
So
relaxation, I mean, it's just amazing the benefits of just that bowl.
yes. And being fully transparent, Tracy gave me this bowl. And so that's why she knows exactly what it is and why it resonates. And it means a lot to me because we work together, but I also consider you sister friend. And so to receive something like this just really warms my heart. To share with the audience, I'll tell you how this has helped me. You know, the other day I had like a, oh, just, you know, I could say every day is the other day because it just was, I've just been tested on so many levels. And I find that the cells, the body can only take so much stress. And after a while, your cells are filled with all the energy that you don't release. And I just felt tight, you know? And I didn't feel like meditating. I didn't feel like, you know, doing all the things that we normally do. And I said, well, you know, I have this bowl, like, oh. And then I began to
Yeah.
just rub around the bowl.
Yes, I love it. It lowers your blood pressure. Did I mention that? It reduces
Yes.
anger.
And because the note is F's, when I think about A, B, C, D, E, F, the reason why they call it a singing bowl is because you can also like just hum along with it. So, so when I just hit the bowl, I rubbed around and the sound resonated and I began to just hum. I felt so relaxed,
Relax and forget
like
about.
in seconds.
Mhm.
This is wonderful for children also.
I was
And
just
I mean, this is easy to find anywhere. I'm not really one to promote brands, but go to what.com. They have everything. And you can find this. They have different sizes, they have different notes. The different notes correspond with the different energy centers or chakras. If you're someone who really needs to clear your head, there's one, for this energy center and that. We can go into the chakras another time. I don't want to make it too heavy because once we get out of our heart and into our head, it changes the energy. So I'm in such a vibrational space, and it really just brought such calm to me. I hope it wasn't too loud over the microphone, but this is a singing bowl. And I just want you all to know that even if you don't have a singing bowl, you are the singing bowl. So just being able to hum a tone or a note. Have you noticed that with animals or with babies, if you just hum, just sharing a tone just calms them down. So even for you, if you're sitting, and you need to just relax yourself, you may not want to do breathing exercises, but just humming to yourself. A lot of children do that when they want to comfort themselves, or you'll find they hug themselves and they rock back and forth, you know? So it's very soothing. So Tracy, do you want to do like a little breathing and humming with me, or do you want to do something with this moment? I'm all in like zen. I'm so relaxed. I'm like, well, I guess you can just finish the rest of the program. I'm just gonna.
I love it. I love it. Because I'm feeling, actually, in all honesty, I'm feeling relaxed already, just with the few moments that you were striking the bowl. It actually calmed me. I mean, I was already calm when we started, but it's just a soothing feeling. And when you said children, when you mentioned children, I was actually thinking that. I was like, I didn't even think about that, but that is excellent for children, with hyperactive children. You know,
Yeah.
you
I
can.
wonder if they make these for children where children can practice, because this is crystal, so this will break. But
Yeah,
I'd be curious to know if they make them for children where they can actually interact with the bowls. That would
yeah,
be
that
amazing.
would be
Yeah,
really, yes.
yeah,
Hopefully they do.
yeah. Well, just for everyone who's watching, how about let's just do one breath together,
So
just to the length of this tone, or I'll let you lead, Tracy.
okay. So how about we take a deep breath in. Wait,
Okay, let me know. Wait, let me know when it hit the bell because I'm so excited.
I'll count to four, and then we'll take a deep breath in, and we'll hold the breath, and then we will release it on seven counts.
Okay, and when do I get to hit the bowl? I sounded like
Like
a kid.
when I
Should I?
on the count of four, one, two, three, four, and then you hit the bowl.
Okay. All right.
And
I'm
then
excited. My big debut.
we're gonna hold the breath for 7 seconds, and also then release on at seven count. I know that's a
Okay.
lot. I know that's a lot.
That's okay.
I
Are
know
you
that's a
going to
lot.
count to help us
Yes,
keep
I'm a count.
pace?
I'm a count. Yes.
Beautiful. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, and breathe in. Hold the breath. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale slowly. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Tracy. That felt so good. So I encourage everyone. This is my new toy. I think we should all have fun, vibrational tools that really help us. Sometimes when the body is overcapacitated, the body needs a little something. And so I encourage everyone to get some singing bowls. This singing bowl was really, really a blessing to me. So thank you, Tracy Queen. That's what good friends are for. And I
That's
really,
what
really
friends
appreciated it.
are
That's what friends are for. So I have another, just in the healing of the heart. For those of you at home, I have been, we're into aromatherapy. We believe in all the vibrational medicines. And so essential oils, that's our thing. Um, just the fact that when you breathe in, again, the nose is an instrument, it's an organ, it's vibrational. So when you breathe in and you breathe in sense, it actually begins to calm and relax the nervous system. So I thought, in the spirit of healing the heart, we could make a little air spritz that would bring some relaxation and comfort. So again, I'm not a brand promoter unless y'all want to sponsor and donate, but I went in, to my apothecary and got some healing oils. And so, Queen, I found valerian.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay.
I found valerian and lavender and lemongrass.
Oh, you got good ones, especially.
So, yes. So the first thing you want to do is get a spray bottle. I filled it with some water, right? And I'm just going to move our alkaline aside. And so, starting with the valerian, Queen, why don't you tell them about the health benefits of valerian?
It helps you to relax and sleep better. That's like the two main benefits of the valerian.
Yes. And also you can find it in a tea. Now I'm holding it over because the drops are just coming out like this. I'm probably going to put like 15 to 20 drops.
Yeah.
And I'm counting. But valerian is also available in a tea and a tincture. So it's an interesting smell. It's not as strong, thankfully, but I got my lavender. And of course, everybody who knows us knows we're into lavender. So tell everyone about the health benefits. This, by the way, this broke, just so everyone knows, I bought this and the thing broke, so I had to take it off. And you know what else I did? Well, I had to take it off. So go ahead. So this is lavender. Just
lavender. Oh my God. So many health benefits. But guys, as like a hair growth, having like benefits to growing your hair, which I just found out within like the last year.
Oh wait, that was so like girl thing, like you just found out. Yeah. But yes,
I didn't know.
Yes, the young lady who styles my hair, she actually mixes the lavender with water, and so after she washes it, she pours a lavender rinse all the time.
Yeah.
So shout out to Siobhan Miley.
Yes,
yeah.
I didn't know that. So it stimulates hair growth. It's also excellent for relaxing.
Yeah. Lavender is great for relaxing. We put it on the pillow at night as well.
Yes. Yeah. I do that for my daughter. I put it on the pillow. I put it on the pillow. I put it around like in her room. You know,
yes.
She comes out of the bathtub. As soon as she walks in, it's like,
yeah. And how old is your daughter now? She's 10?
She's 11.
She's 11. And so she's at that age, she's restless, she's growing and developing. So for the parents listening, like, listen, even for adults, putting some lavender in your bath, putting a little lavender on your pillow at night, it really does relax. And the same thing with valerian, although I'm getting used to the fragrance of it. It's not really for the fragrance, it's more for the medicinal. But
with the valerian.
Yes.
But the lavender kind of, it's a good marriage.
Yes. That's a good one, right? The lavender brings the swag and the valerian brings like the utilitarian and the purpose, right? And then of course, lemongrass. Lemongrass is more of an uplift. It's inspiring, but I also just love the smell of lemon. The lemon and lavender, is a beautiful blend that I absolutely love. It just kind of balances things out. And it also, it really is uplifting. I often use lemongrass when I'm writing and creating. It inspires me creatively.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. As a matter of fact, when I would do trainings and workshops, I use a lot of lemongrass as well around the room because it lifts up. It's a stimulant to some degree. So it will also lift up and it taps into creativity. So I've got lavender, lemongrass, and valerian. So we're going to see, I'm going to spray this away from the food, but oh, oh,
I know it feels good.
baby. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's for
That's
you.
funny.
Oh, wow. You know
That's
how
funny.
when you go into the store and you spray the spray and
Yes.
then you got to do like this. But wait, but this is all natural, so I can spray it up and stand in it.
And
Oh,
and you can probably give your face like a little light spritz.
oh my God. No, you don't understand. Like, okay, so between the bowl and the spritz, I'm done. Have a nice day, everyone. Oh my goodness. I encourage you. Listen, all the money that we spend on all of these aromatherapeutic and fragrant,
Yeah,
you still have to invest in the oil. So I'm not
yeah,
trying to take away anyone's business, but what I'm saying is I've gone to the market looking for fragrances for my home. And so I'll find commercial sprays, but when you're sheltered in place and there's not a lot of air circulating, you don't want to have too much aerosol in a small room, right?
right.
And so the fact that I can take natural oils and put them in a water bottle and make my home smell good, and it can also relax me at the same time. Oh man, I
That's
encourage everyone. The bottle itself, what is this, like a $2 bottle, the empty
yeah.
spray bottle? I put it on spray. And again, valerian, lavender, and lemongrass. Ooh, girl.
It lasts forever.
It lasts forever.
Yeah, it
I
lasts
mean,
forever.
the bottle, the oils itself, again, I used like 15 to 20 drops. So I didn't use a whole lot of oil.
Right.
And I've got it in water. I'm so excited because it smells so good in here. So imagine also your loved ones have come home now. A lot of people are working. They've come home from a long day, or people are out, you know, in stressful environments. Imagine that someone that you love, you can just set the tone in the home. When they walk in the door, you could even play some tones. If you don't have a crystal bell, on YouTube, they have a lot of those singing bell sounds that you can just play in the background, the tones and that frequency when people walk in the door, coupled with that aromatherapeutic mist. That's just a great way to walk into your home. That's a beautiful way to begin to just heal your heart. And the fact that when you come home, you're going to feel good, it's going to smell good, it makes you want to come home, makes you want to be home. It helps you to kind of coexist with the folks in your life and also to alleviate some stress. Just coming and sitting in a comfortable environment will immediately begin to soothe the heart. You know? So I'm like all relaxed and zen. Queen, I think next week we're going to have to make sure that you have some tools so that you can experience what I'm experiencing, because this is just like, I think you can just see and experience my entire vibrational energy has just shifted. And it feels really good. And it was just from simple things. So just had to shift that emotion. But as you know, for anyone who's familiar with Wellness Wednesdays, we present in 3 frameworks. We believe the first thing to do to tackle any issue, whether it's a physical issue or an emotional, mental issue, is to get in alignment, which is what we just did with the aromatherapy relaxation spray and the singing bowl. The second thing is to get alkaline by consuming something that's going to make the blood cleaner, make the body more alkaline than acidic. And the last thing is, of course, the good word to remind us of who we are, because once we have that paradigm shift and we see things differently, we process differently and we don't impress upon our heart. And so we get in alignment, we get alkaline, and we remind. And how that sounds for us is align, alkaline, remind. Say it again. Align, alkaline, remind. One more time. Align, alkaline, remind. You and me.
Align, alkaline, remind.
Let's get free. Okay. And so today, in the spirit of healing the heart, we thought it would be great. It's summertime. It's time for summer fruits. Summer fruits always make us happy. And so thought today would be great to make a watermelon lime mint drink. Woo! It's my birthday. Watermelon, lime, and mint. So a lot of people know that watermelon is very hydrating because it has so much water. But what people don't know is that watermelon also has so many healing properties. So Tracy, what I'd love is while I start this juicer and get this drink going, if you want to talk about the healing properties of watermelon, and then as I go into the lime, and then the mint, you can just continue to rock, okay? So let me just turn on this juicer, and here we go. So talk to us about watermelon.
Okay, so watermelon has a high content of vitamin C. So we talk about the vitamin C a lot. We need that.
Yes. Vitamin C is what activates. Look at that, I'm dropping it. Vitamin C is what activates serotonin. And so a while back we talked. I'm gonna just move this out of the way. A while back we talked about our good friend serotonin. Who's that one of the feel-good hormones. And so vitamin C, yes. So that also soothes the heart. Continue.
Vitamin A, that's good for you. That's good for you. You know, you hear carrots all the time for vision, but also the watermelon. It has a pretty amount of vitamin A in it, which is good for vision. Yeah. Then there's the mineral potassium for your nerves, for your nervous system. Potassium.
Oh. Watermelon has potassium. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
That's amazing. Yes. And watermelon, I'm told, is good for the heart.
It's good for the heart. Yes. Who knew?
Who knew that watermelon was good for the heart?
Yes.
So look, Tracy, I'm going to take the mint and I'm going to combine it with the watermelon like a sandwich because I don't want the mint to get lost in the juicer. Okay, so I'm just putting the mint and the watermelon together, but you can talk about the healing properties of mint also.
Mint also, I forgot to mention for the watermelon, it has vitamin B1, B5.
Oh, the bees.
It has the bees, and that's excellent for energy as well.
Yes. So, and then I've got my lime.
Yes. So your lime,
your
lime is excellent for the skin. Right? Ooh. It's excellent for the skin. It's calming. It's also vitamin C, of course.
Vitamin C, yes.
Yes. It also reduces inflammation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
I happen to love limes.
I like limes more than lemons. I think I kind of OD'd with lemons. And then I was listening to Dr. Sadie and others who talk about lemons, and we'll have another conversation about lemons being a hybrid. But I like the limes. Say it again. Yeah.
I didn't divorce lemons.
Yeah, I didn't either. But we should do also, we should have a conversation about different foods and food combining. I think we should add that to our list. And yeah, I think that would be good. So watermelon, lime, mint. Okay, Tracy.
Besides the mint being good for your digestive system, it's also it promotes brain function, healthy brain function.
So wait, I'm helping my heart. First of all, it smells wonderful.
I know that
by the way.
I love
it. I mean, just look at this. You talk about kids would love, first of all, kids love anything red, okay? And anybody that knows me knows that when it comes to wellness, we like to keep it sexy. So of course I gotta have it in a big glass. So when everyone's sitting outside having their drinks, I can have mine and add a little more sprig of lime in there. Oh, look at that, can you see that?
Yes.
Can you see that? So this is our heart leader. This is our heart leader, because in healing the heart, it allows us to lead with love. And that's really what we want. Most of us, we're wired to be relaxed. We're wired to be kind. We're wired to be loving. But when we're outside, all of those external forces, if we don't express them, they stay locked in ourselves. They begin to make us sick. And so it's really important that every day we decompress, every day we express or remove all of those cellular impressions. Because when something else happens outside, like stimulus, the body doesn't know that it's not in that same situation from 5 years ago. And all the energy, you ever see somebody, you say one small thing to them and they get so upset, and they're like, whoa, why are you getting so upset? It's not that deep, because of the cellular impression and the memory of that same experience that is held in the body. And so as we are continuing to move forward in these uncertain times, the same way that we take a shower every day, you really have to actually clean your cellular impressions every day. And so that might look like some aromatherapy, that might look like some breathing technique, or a bell, or some humming, or listening to music. And it certainly looks like having a sip of this heart leader. So in the spirit of all of those who've come before us, in the spirit of all of the hearts who have led us to healing, love, and victory, I say salute.
Salute. Silly.
It's like, when I was a little girl, it's like make you want to shout.
Silly.
Whoa, it was good, Trey. It's so good, I can't stop laughing. Wait a minute, hold on. You know how when you have something good and somebody's watching and you can't share and you feel guilty? Whew, a lot of guilt here. Let me try this one more time.
Go.
Listen, people, how about this? I put this melon in the refrigerator before I juiced it. That's why it's also so refreshing. Then I've got that hint of mint, and I have the lime. So I have something that's not only like sexy and cooling. This is great to serve to your family. The summertime is here, sitting outside, having this cool drink. And to know all the good things it's doing for me. It's healing my heart. It's bringing me energy. It's healing my digestive system, because the mint is good for my digestive system. It's also good for my respiratory system. I've got the mint, and I've got the lime for the vitamin C. And it's cute looking. Look how pretty that is. And if I were to serve this on a tray in some really nice glasses with sprigs of mint, it would just bring people together. So that's another level of heart leadership, of connecting. So everyone, the heart leader, we've got fresh watermelon, lime, and mint. And of course, for me, any reason to take another sip.
Drink up.
That, it makes me want to ring my bell. It makes me want to spray my spritz.
Ring the bell.
I'm having a good time. I hope that you all are having a good time on Wellness Wednesdays. What did I do with my bell? Oh my goodness. We've just gotten in alignment. Let me get my spritz. It's so funny, because people think that wellness has to look medicinal and hard. But oh baby, I'm just, yes, welcome to my home. Yes, come on in, have a seat. Yes, what can I do for you? Is there something you would like? Have a drink. Wellness is fun. And wellness sure does taste good. Oh, wow. That's so good. So we've gotten in alignment with our bell and our aromatherapy. We've had our alkaline beverage, which I'm still enjoying, which is our heart leader, our watermelon, mint, and lime. And now it's time to remind. The reason why we say remind is because we have to, remember that we are all one. We are of the same divine thought and breath. And when we're split, when we're divided by ego, that separates the mind. When it's you versus me, that's actually ego. A whole other conversation, but a really deep conversation about how the mind and the consciousness works. So when you have a good word, it reminds you, it helps you to remember, right? To pull yourself back together so that you are grounded in the knowing that we are love and a sound mind. And so it's the good word today, Tracy Queen.
The word, well, you had mentioned Queen Afua.
Yes, our spiritual mother, our elder master teacher who has taught us both in holistic wellness.
Yeah,
And actually, that's how we met. That's
right.
how we met
Yeah,
20 years ago. We
yeah,
met at Queen Afua's Sacred Woman Training, where
yes.
she teaches women how to heal the feminine mind, body, and spirit
We're
through
surrounded.
ancient cultural traditions.
Yes.
And yeah, so I'm so excited that you've got a quote from Queen Afua. Do share while I enjoy
Well,
my
I
my
wasn't sure
beverage.
which one of the quotes you wanted. You were
Hmm.
you were referring to, so maybe you can say which one you really like about the heart.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So Queen Afua, she is a master teacher. You can also find her at queenafua.com. I think we should have Queen Afua on Wellness
Oh my
Wednesdays
God,
one
that
day
would be
soon.
amazing.
Yeah, so I think we'll give her a call. But what she talks about is really awakening the mind, awakening the heart. And so she says awaken, um she says awaken the womb of my heart, because a womb is a center of creativity, right? And so she says awaken the womb of my heart, because what I feel I birth and I create. So in this instance, she refers to the heart as a creative center. And she says, awaken the womb of my heart, because what I feel, I actually birth and create. And I felt like that resonated today, because when we talk about the heart, when we talk about how we move based on how we feel. If we think something's going to be fun, relaxing, or pleasurable, we'll move in that direction. If we fear that something is going to be uncomfortable, we typically don't move toward something that we don't think is going to feel good. If we're around people that we think are not going to create a pleasurable experience, we tend to distance ourselves. And so, what she's saying is really to open up and awaken that creative center, to heal it, to make it lighter, because what we feel, we give birth to. So, if I'm already projecting feelings of negativity towards someone, towards something, then I'm actually going to create an even more intensely negative experience. And that's what she's saying. And I love that, because so many of us in the last few weeks have been just riddled with all of these feelings, emotions, preconceived notions, false perceptions. And that's caused us to impress upon our heart and also create, bias and differences among one another. It's caused us, to really also be present to the indifferences that are happening based on the hearts that are hard and walking around, and so I encourage all of us to do our part in this collective vibrational experience by really being mindful of what's on our own hearts, healing our own hearts. Because first, it will make us sick within. And most importantly, and even secondarily, it will cause us to poison the world throughout and around us. So that's my take on it. What do you think about that, Tracy?
I think that when you heal for me, when you heal your heart, especially for a woman, when you heal your heart, you heal a nation.
Yes.
You definitely do. Especially being a woman of a certain age, and when you're raising children or even grandchildren, they see everything and they feel everything. So
They
when my
feel
heart
it.
is light and healed, I am actually healing a nation.
Yes. Well said. Well said. I think we'll ring the bell on that. That's so true. Children feel it. Loved ones feel it. Anyone connected to you, anyone in your heart chakra space is going to feel it without you saying a word. And often, what also happens with our loved ones when they're in proximity to us and we're not feeling good. I remember when I was a little girl, when my dad wasn't in a good mood, the whole house was nervous because you could feel it, right? And so we take on an energy of fear. And the energy of fear makes us contract and separate, makes us hard, and also calcifies the stress in our bodies. And so, as we get ready for this holiday weekend, next weekend, as we emerge this summer in the best way that we can, as we look at the news and social media, as we engage, just take a moment to do a check, do a personal self check. Check in with your heart, put your hand on your heart, see how you feel, right? What is the condition of your heart? What is weighing on your heart? What are you holding? You know, if we know that life is not promised and every breath that we receive is a blessing, because that's a fresh start. We know that we never know when we're going to take our last breath. That means that's something that we can't control. So every time you get a new breath, that's a new start. That means whatever happened a breath ago, whatever happened a week ago, I really need to find a way to remove that from my cells so I don't hold it on my heart and calcify my heart, right? So that around my children and my loved ones, and my community, I can be light, you know? Parents play such a heavy role. Parents carry so much weight. And so just to be able to come home and be light is a gift. You know, and for the children, they're waiting. And you know, when you remember when I remember when my children were younger and they ran to the door like, Mom. And I don't get that anymore. You know, it's like, wait, I'm home, no one cares. But that lightness of heart was contagious. And you said something the other day. You said love is contagious, you know, and it's really true. We've got to keep our heart light. We've got to keep our hearts light. We've got to keep our hearts healthy, right? Women of color have the highest rate of heart failure, heart disease, and death from heart attacks because we carry so much emotion in the body. So many of us are leaving this earth with broken hearts.
Yeah,
And
it's
so we
true. It's known that a person dies in the United States every 37 seconds. One person every
whoa,
37 seconds.
37 seconds?
Yes, of heart
Wow,
disease. Yes,
wow,
yes,
wow,
yes. So we
wow.
have to lighten up the heart and heal the heart.
Yeah, and even something like lime juice, the lime in the water, the lime in the juice helps to remove congestion, which will also remove a lot of the clogged arteries, which will remove a lot of the fat and the congestion around the heart. You know, drinking watermelon, red fruits are good for the blood. So anything good for the blood is good for the heart. And of course, the mint to help you continue to breathe and ease the digestive system. So I'm just like in a really somber mood because I don't know if you know, like the bell, that moment of breathing, the aromatherapy, it smells so good in here. And I just had this drink. I'm I'm chill right now. I'm really chill. If you want to feel what I'm feeling, just try this combination. And again, if you don't have a bowl, that's okay. You are the bowl. Just hum. If you hum and close your mouth and keep your teeth together, you'll feel the vibration. You are the instrument. And just get some water. Look, if you don't have the aromatherapy oils, what can we do, Tracy? We can peel some oranges,
Oranges,
some
yes.
grapefruit, some
Save
lemon,
and put it in the water because the peel has the oil on it. So
and
it's a
spritz
you can
away.
make your own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make your own, make your own. And if you don't have a juicer, yes, you can blend this. You can do this the frozen way. You can actually cut up your watermelon and put it in the freezer. So it's like, you know, like icicle-ish, and then juice it, add your lime. It'll be a little thicker, but then you can also add water to it to dilute it a little bit. And you can still enjoy like a nice slushy beverage that's good for the heart. Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you for joining us for Wellness Wednesdays. We'd love for you to tune in next week. We'll be following up with a way that you can reach out to us to begin to ask us questions. You can go to lifecampinc.com to learn more about Wellness Wednesdays, to share questions, to give us an idea of what kind of topics you'd like to talk about, and to continue to join us on this wellness journey. So thank you all for being with us. Happy Wellness Wednesday.
Happy Wellness Wednesday. Thank you.